Hi there! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Irita, and this is where I tell you about my journey going through a 12-week program, The Artist's Way, by Julia Cameron. Theme of this week was recovering a sense of integrity. To me, this week was one that I really wanted to give up and thought that I'm gonna break my challenge and just leave it. Why was it so challenging? I can tell you, because of the reading deprivation, which, as I said in my previous video, wasn't about reading to me. It was about YouTube and listening to audiobooks and watching YouTube videos, as that's something I do too much. But luckily, here I am filming this video, admitting that this wasn't the most successful week and I wasn't doing the best job. So I realized that I have to accept these setbacks. I have to accept my difficult emotions, and I have to tell you about them very honestly and openly, because this is why I started this in the first place. Of course, I wanted to only tell you that with every week I'm improving and getting better and finding these amazing inspirations and blasts of energy to create and be becoming better by every day, which doesn't happen. This week was full of happy moments in my private life, but as well filled with some failings and annoying moments in my professional life and my creative life. So, first things first, as always, morning pages. I managed to write 3 days out of 7. I must admit that I was thinking about this program every day, and I was answering to the questions and doing the tasks in almost all of the days, because I had reading deprivation or audio deprivation. I was still allowed, we are still allowed to read this week's theme and assignments. So whenever I felt the need of listening to audiobook, I would listen to this book and this week's theme again and again and again. So every day I would listen to it at least once, and most of the days twice or 3 times. That's why I was in my mind answering all of the questions many times, but sitting down and writing them, I still struggle. I feel like that's a waste of time. Some days I feel very inspired and I write them and I cannot stop, and sometimes I even write more than 3 pages just because I get into the flow. But some days I just cannot admit that it's important, especially on days when I have a lot of assignments, especially on days when I have photo shoots and deadlines of photo editing, which always I feel that is more important. But it doesn't matter, because this week is gone. So I did it. Next week I'll try and do better. I have this feeling of inspiration at the moment. I feel that at least tomorrow morning I'm feeling very motivated to wake up earlier and write my pages. We'll see how it will go. But at this point I feel like next week I'm definitely feeling I want to do better. My artist date. This week we were encouraged to create a little artist getaway, which I did. I planned a date with a friend, which wasn't a regular date. It was my photo shoot. So I wanted to do a creative photo shoot, which is not for a client, but for a friend, and just in a theme that I want to do. Really enjoyed it. So it was just me creating art that I want to create without the pressure of needing it to be perfect and trying to please the client. So it gave me this sense of freedom and lightness. So I really enjoyed that. And then after we finished our photo shoot, I went to art gallery on my own, and I even went to the library. Art gallery has an art library, and I spent a good 2 hours going through different art books, and actually even took few home. And I didn't read them because I was on reading deprivation at home. So on my date, I allowed myself to read them because I was on my artist date, and on them I allow myself to do whatever I want and whatever makes my artist child happy. But then I went home, and I'm planning on reading those books this week when this deprivation is over finally. Again, if I'm gonna talk more in depth about this audio book reading deprivation, it was a nightmare. Honestly, I was so motivated to try and give it my best, and I actually enjoyed it at some moments, especially when I swapped videos that I usually watch, which are very informative and information dense. I replaced it by listening to music, just something that improves my mood or gives me some nostalgia, or just exploring some of my deeper emotions while listening to them, to the music. Honestly, I don't do it very often. I don't know why, but I tend to either listen to audiobooks, podcasts, or something informative, and I rarely listen to music just for the sake of pleasure. So I really enjoyed some moments of that, but that then at some point I ran into songs that made me think of some past events, maybe some past failures, mistakes, and that's when I felt low, and at some moments even close to crying, just because I realized that this week I don't really like spending time in my own head, especially for like extended periods of time. I can sit down, like write 3 pages of morning pages, do some reflection, and that's done. Then I'd rather give my mind to getting new information instead of dwelling and like contemplating on my own thoughts. I don't like it. I realized I have quite a negative brain. It always tries to tell me, like, for example, with my identity, I am changing, and this is one of the ways how I'm changing. I'm starting to film videos, and this is something I feel so weird doing, and I feel ashamed. I even feel my shoulders, and they're like going up, and I want to hide and like speak like, oh, I want to make YouTube videos, but I'm scared and shy, and which is nonsense, right? I need to relax a little bit and just allow myself to be more expressive, more free. I like this. Yes, and every moment when I'm I have some freedom. I let my thoughts flow freely. My critic wakes up and he's happy to tell me that your videos are silly, nobody cares about them, nobody's watching them, nobody ever will. There is nothing interesting you can say. World is full of influencers and vloggers and bloggers and stuff that it's oversaturated with information and nobody cares about you, some meaningless person doing all of this crap. And yeah, that's how more or less my inner critic speaks. I'm not very proud of that and not very happy about that. It, as I say, I am very good with controlling it, but that's the thing. I do it slowly, gradually, retraining my brain not to think in these negative patterns, but it takes time. Yep, that's about that. I really love the quote I read this week that morning pages and this work we do in this program is like wiping a mirror, that by doing each of exercises you clean the mirror a little bit and see your reflection a little better day by day. You start to get to know yourself and your feelings towards what annoys you, what makes you happy, what do you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. So even though many times this week I was annoyed by this program, it made me feel a lot of unpleasant emotions, and I didn't have time or willingness to do it because of other things that felt more important. And today filming the video, it's almost midnight right now, and I was already feeling like, nah, I'm not gonna go through all of this hustle. I deserve some rest. But then I was like, I cannot fail on myself so much. I have to try and stick to this one, give myself an opportunity. And I feel that this is my 5th video that I'm filming for this YouTube channel. I feel that I am becoming more confident. And even though nobody watches my videos, nobody cares about them, that's true. And that's probably a good thing, because I believe that after a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe a year or two, I will start to feel confident in front of camera. I will start to improve my content, and people will notice me and start to appreciate my videos, and I will start to appreciate them as well, because at this point I struggle to appreciate them. But I appreciate that I am brave. I am proud of getting through this. This is the block that I really want to break. Really am grateful to Julia Cameron for this book, for all the exercises she has put together. And I definitely feel that I'll need to try again with this information deprivation and see, maybe at the end of this program it will become easier. My mental health at this point doesn't allow me to spend too much time in my own mind, but hopefully, yeah, by the end of this program I'll feel that my mind space my attitudes, my beliefs will be more positive, and I'll enjoy spending time in my own headspace a lot more. So that is everything from me today. Looking forward to filming my next video next week. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support those little awkward people, YouTubers, who want to start a new chapter in their life. We'll see where it takes me. Bye!